My calendar, Godfather. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Jerry and Scott, you guys know, are we going to stay on the same channel for the next meeting, or do we need to go to the other one?
I have a K-Lure and a K-Lore. Sounds the same, but it's.
Hey, how are you, sir?
Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you
You
too.
looked pretty dapper the other day in your uniform.
I thought you were going to do that.
But
The fourth degree.
no, I kind of got wrapped up and forgot.
You took yourself off the list, huh?
Well, I didn't know I was on the list.
Oh, I thought I heard something about it.
Well, I think Sorgi was posturing that if he did it, I did it.
Oh, maybe that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I heard.
Maybe we get that cinnamon roll thing. Can you put me one out there for that? Coming up on.
Okay, yeah, send me a reminder.
Okay, I'll just send it to you.
Yeah.
And I did basically just need 2 shifts or 1 shift on. I need. I'll take that back. I need. I'll send it.
Okay, yeah, send it to me.
Yeah.
That way I'm reminded.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's worked out pretty good. Good. Ended up quite a few guys signed up for the pancake breakfast at the end.
Good.
It was kind of sparsed out. A lot of early and then many at the end. Is what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, we're running into some stuff. People not wanting to come because of COVID.
Yeah.
I'll respect that.
Yeah, I wasn't able to make it yesterday either for that, so.
Yeah, I mean, and that's fine. We ended up with a total of 24 guys, a little over $100 volunteers.
Good.
We netted $1,200, but really got to go back and look and see, because the first one we had a lot of stuff left over.
Oh, yeah.
And so I averaged the 2 together, right at 900 average. So that's not too bad.
Not too bad.
What's interesting is that the first mass, almost over $8 a plate we get donated. And the second mass, on both of them, times, it's under 6. I think it's more families coming to the second one.
Yeah.
There's more kids,
Yeah.
you know, so they don't. They got 4 kids, and so they put in $20.
Yeah.
You know, whatever, and that's fine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
All right, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Oh, next year. I started out in
I bet you know each other already. Yeah, very good, very good. So I think you. Okay. So I did get my. Yes, I did. That's my job. Vouch for you. So, okay. So yeah. I'm gonna remain in. My son, well,
Thank you.
but that's kind of cool. We're doing something like that. No, not really. Yeah, good meeting. Took it all in. If you have any questions? Calendar of all the different pictures from the McCall event. When we talk about that, I'm going to ask Corey if he wants to talk about
I have.
like pictures that are on there that you can
think I
just
do
pop up
have.
while he's talking. Yeah.
I think I do
Just
have.
kind of scroll through maybe
Yeah.
8 or 10 of them or whatever, or even just off the state newsletter. There was some nice pictures on the
Right.
newsletter that went
Right.
out today. Or
Right.
came out
I
today.
think it'd be easier if I just scroll through the ones that I have, probably.
Whatever's
Yeah.
easier. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Corey if he wants. Either he's gonna talk about it or I will, or
Okay.
that night, one of us. So yeah, if you have some pictures to look at, put them on the screen, and the guys can see what we were doing up there.
Okay. Let me see if I can find them.
Yes. Oh, David. Yeah. But we're political. But yeah, we 3 months. I just had
You're fortunate.
Brother Corey, are you able to join us for the 13th?
I don't know. I need to check and see.
Okay, I know you shared the news about your wife. I'm sad to hear that news. Hopefully she's going to be okay.
Yeah, it really is pretty good prognosis, I think. And we're encouraged by all this, what the doctors have said. You know, caught very early, very small, all that kind of stuff. So we need to see the pathology report. So it's going to be
Let's go.
probably soon.
So is she in any pain? Or?
Not very much.
Okay.
Not a lot. She not from the surgery. She said it was weird that she felt like she did 1,000 sit-ups.
Oh, really?
So like right here,
Sure.
nowhere near the surgical site. So she was asking the nurse today, what the heck was that? And she's like, I don't know. And she apparently had an allergic reaction to something. Her face broke out of a lot of. You think?
Yeah.
You guys didn't fight.
That's all right. That's all right.
Well, I was just thinking, I don't think Dave's able to join us because he's got his daughter's or granddaughter's birthday that.
Yeah, I got to see what's going on too, but I'll let you guys know.
Okay, thanks.
Daryl talked to me about it already.
Okay, so Dave,
Uh-huh.
this is almost like your little confessional chair. It's like I robbed you of your.
What's your email? I've got those pictures from the.
Oh, okay. My email is here. I should have one of these cards.
Yeah, that's it. Perfect. I'll send them right over.
Our state.
Brothers and guests, I call this meeting to order. If anybody wants to speak, please grab the mic, push the button, make sure the green light is on, and talk into it so that everybody online can hear you, okay? All right, with that, I'm gonna do I'm gonna call Brother Joe James, if you could do roll. Excused. Oh, I'm sorry. Everybody needs to stand. Yeah. Sorry.
Chancellor Bob Mead,
Excused.
Financial Secretary Daryl Stasky, Treasurer Bruce Henning,
Excused.
Recorder
We don't have one currently.
okay. Inside Guard Steve Monty, here. Outside Guard James Pavlik, here. Advocate Dick Jacobson, Trustee first year Joe Cardone, excused. Trustee second year Dave Barron's excused. Trustee third year Mike Whistle, here. Lecturer Deacon Tom Lacey, excused. Warden Joe James present. And Chaplain Father Vitalis, excused.
Excused. Thank you. Okay, if I ask, all stand or kneel for Lord's Prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. In the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Remain standing, face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. I call for the reading of the minutes of the previous. Thank you. Any opposed? Second. All those in favor? Aye. I have moved. The minutes were approved as written. And that's it. All right. Thank you. All right. Okay. I'd like to thank everybody who has stepped up to volunteer your time and efforts and monetary donations to help out all the events that we've done throughout this month. There is a lot going on. We're going to kind of discuss most of it in this meeting. We've got quite a bit to cover tonight, so I'm going to move right on to the, let's move on to the financial reports. Financial Secretary Daryl Stasky, if you could cover for Bruce, who's currently out.
With a great night. Yep, I'll read the. I'm going to read the treasurer's report, which was sent out to the council. We have a beginning balance of $28,062.85. We had deposits of $133. Payments that went out totaling $2,768.05, which gives us an ending balance of $25,427.80. If there's any questions about any of the expenditures or deposits, I would be happy to answer any questions. A full report went out to the council just a few days ago.
So please check your emails if you have any questions. Talk to Daryl since Bruce is out, but it is listed and post it in your email.
Okay, moving on to the financial secretary's report on membership. We are currently at 376 members. We have recruited 8 new members this year for 44% of our goal. So we're nearly halfway to our goal with halfway through the year. So right on target. And I've got a couple of applications for membership. First one I'd like to read is David's son, and David's right here. David went through RCIA a couple of years ago and has been thinking about joining the Knights, and met him at the pancake breakfast yesterday and talked to him a little bit. Has decided to join us, and he will be going through our degree ceremony on the 18th. So please, everybody welcome David. Got 2 members. They'll hope one of them I've already reached out to is Mr. Dale Kovash. E-members are already in the Knights. They have membership numbers. They just need to go through the degree ceremony and then agree to join our council. So I've already reached Dale Kovash, and he does want to join our council, and I'm working on getting him to our degree on the 18th as well, and then he'll be fully into our council. The other e-member that I got was from Corey just a couple of days ago, and I haven't had a chance to reach out to him to see if he's interested in joining our council. It looks like he is, and he may actually be more of a reactivation. I just have to look deeper into it. I just got his information from Corey the other day. So that's membership, and I believe that's all I have today. Membership and financial secretary's report.
Thank you, Joe. Brother Chuck, you want to grab the mic? Yeah, just be gentle with it. It sounds like it's a little rough.
We hear a little bit about, where you came from, who you are.
I was born and raised in Idaho, went to school down in Utah, ended up in Montana for a little while and then back to Idaho. Been married 12 years, I think now. I got 2 older kids, one's 26, one's 23. And then I have a 10-year-old that goes to St. Ignatius. So, yeah. Yeah, so I've been going to church here for 12 years. And then a good friend of mine, Don Keeler, which is my daughter's godfather, kept telling me, you need to become Catholic. So every time we go over there to see him, always talk to me about joining, and so I ended up doing that. Almost 3 years ago from my right eye. So I've had 2 cornea transplants. So I pretty much stay home dad type stuff. Driving's not I drive, but it's not long distance. So it's been almost 4 years with my left eye, and then I had my right eye done 9 months after my left eye. So it's about it. I live about 3/4 of a mile away from here, so just up the road. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it's on Southwest 7th Avenue? No. On Beeham Street. Okay, yeah.
I don't know where I used to live.
Yeah, Corey, if you could push the button on the mic, make sure it turns yellow. And then if you want to hand it to the next person when I call them, make sure the green light's on. So if whoever's grabbing the mic, make sure the green light's on and speaking of the mic, be gentle with it. It sounds like it's acting up. So All right, for the Life Committee report, I'm going to call on Brother Joe James. If you want to update us on the license plate and the
Okay, the license plate situation is this, we're 87% there. So we need about 130 more to make our 1,000 by the end of this year. So just, if you haven't registered yet, it just takes a little time and effort, and it's worth it. Because there's conversions. There was a chiropractor had a button pro-life, and one of those patients saw that, changed their mind and decided to have a baby instead of having an abortion. So it's working. And then to remind all of us that on the third Saturday this month, November 20th, at Planned Parenthood, Divine Mercy, and the Rosaries at 9:30, Divine Mercy at 10. So hope to see more people there.
Thanks, Brother Joe. I do want to mention that it is $30 and you don't have to wait for your renewal time to be up. You could pay the $30 and get the plate right now. It doesn't change anything on your renewal or your license plate. So please, we're almost there. We got till December 31st. So please step up. If you have 2 cars, get them both done. I'm getting another one done. I already have my main car. I'm getting my other one done. I do have to register it because it's not running right now. So I guess that's a good thing. So please keep that in mind. You don't need to re-register. For the family committee report, Brother Dennis Shaw, I don't believe he's here, but Brother Mel, could you do a recap of the food drive real quick? He's going to need the mic. I think it was 10.
The total poundage was more than 10,000.
Yeah.
I don't have this.
Okay.
It's very successful, lots of help. I'm sure Simmons and Paul's appreciative. It worked out great.
Oh, good. Very good. Brother Mark?
Yep, Woody went night. I had emailed Dennis because I was curious about the totals in the middle of the month.
Okay.
And he said it was 10,153 pounds plus cash donations of $3,030.
Wow.
And that was 6 days ago. So maybe there's been a little bit more that's trickled in or not. But, so we did well.
Yeah, thank you all who were involved in that. I wasn't able to be here for either the bag handout or the pickup. I happen to be in Hawaii. Sorry. All right, with that, we'll move on to the combined degree ceremonies. Ray Henson was not able to be here tonight, so I want to remind everybody that we are having the combined degree ceremony on October 21st at 7 p.m. in the day chapel. Anybody who's a first or second degree that wants to advance, please advance. David Son will be there, and I believe we have another candidate who's going to be there as well.
So your date was off.
That was the last.
21st was
Oh,
last
I'm
month.
sorry.
So
Yes.
the date is actually Thursday, November 18th.
Yes,
Yeah.
sorry about that. Thank you. November 18th, 7 p.m. I apologize. The past one on October 21st, we had Father Eham, and we had another candidate from the Family Council, Will Alamu, who were there, and we also had a lot of state representatives and other councils there. We filled up the whole day chapel. Corey will talk about it in his district deputy report, but it was a really good ceremony, and I got to say, everybody that performed did really, really well. So very good, and we happen to have a father there on top of it. So congratulations to them. And that brings me to the district deputy report. So
Thank you, Grant.
So thank you for the invitation to come to the meeting. For the new members that are here this evening, my name is Corey Newell, And it's my privilege to serve as district deputy for this council. The other councils that are in my district are Risen Christ Council 12854, the Family Night Council 17059, which is housed out of St. John's Cathedral right now. The other one is the Nampa English Council 2014. I also have the Nampa Hispanic Council 16757, Queen of the Americas, and I speak no Spanish, so thankfully enough of them are bilingual that they actually help me out. And then the last council is the Risen Christ 12854. So it's my privilege to serve here as the district deputy with this great council. I always lift this council up. You guys are very active, and you have once again had a very, very positive impact on the community. You had a very positive impact even outside of our own community up there in McCall. So a couple of things I'd like to mention is thank you, Worthy Grand Night, for hosting the, they called it the Idaho State Roadshow. It was the opportunity for our state representative, Chuck Davlin, to come to our parish and to train the other council officers in their duties, responsibilities, and roles when it comes to council officers throughout not only my district, District 5, but also Mountain Home was here, Our Lady of the Rosary. So just District 4, 5, 6, and 7 were all represented here for that. We started off the evening with a combined degree exemplification, which the Holy Apostles team hosted. And we were able to bring in 2 candidates, Will Alamu from my council, the 17059 Family Night, and Father Ihim, who is the new sacramental minister from Risen Christ. So, and we invited the whole contingent of state officers as well as local council officers. We had the state deputy here, Roy Bartholomew. We had the past Supreme Director, Brian Seimer. We also had Chuck Davlin, who is the Area Regional Growth Director. And we also had Kevin Turry, who is the state's general agent. He was here from Coeur d'Alene. So it was a great day. And that exemplification was probably the most well-attended combined degree exemplification I've ever been to. So I'm privileged to also serve on the combined degree team, which our combined degree team was invited to go up to McCall and not only support the council's roundtable that's in McCall, but also we were invited by Father Bruno Sagata to really increase the night's presence when it comes to the McCall Valley County area. So just to kind of give you a little background of what happened there, Father Bruno was transferred from Our Lady of the Rosary to McCall. And his first question was, where are the nights? He was wondering where they were to help him get moved in, help him get adjusted. Well, that kind of sparked us to start making a difference. And we've maintained a roundtable up in McCall for probably the last 10 years or more, but our presence has just not been where it should be. And what do you know about presence? It requires relationship. I mean, yes, we can keep going up there. We can try to make strong relationships, but if we get no response or no, reaching across the aisle to help us, there's not going to be a relationship. Well, this time we've actually done it right. We went up and had a meet and greet on August 25th. On the 26th of September, we hosted a coffee hour. From that coffee hour, we also did a recruitment drive, and we were able to sign up, I think, 8 candidates. And so far we brought in 4 of them. And we advanced one. We advanced one from the first degree to the 3rd degree, and then we also had 3 new candidates. So they are now much closer to being a council than they ever were. The state's new council development coordinator, who's also the state deputy, Ray Bartholomew, he is targeting McCall to be the new council for the state of Idaho. So in order to do that, they need to have 20 men. When we went up there, we found things to be in disarray, but at the same time, we saw a lot of people with a lot of heart, and a lot of potential. And so on Saturday, the 23rd, we caravanned up there, took 2 cars, and we did an exemplification, and we followed it up with an activity right away of a coat drive. And we had all of my district supply at least 1 box of coats. This council supplied 2. Those 2 boxes of coats were then matched by Supreme for a total of 4. Risen Christ Council supplied 1 box, was matched for another one. My council, 17059 Family Night, did a box, it was matched. So long story short, we had 18 boxes of coats. Plus we did some additional shopping. So we had 288 coats that were distributed that day. We made a difference, gentlemen, up there in Valley County. You may think McCall is a very affluent area, and it is, but the people that really run McCall are the Peruvian community and the Hispanic community. They're the ones who keep the hotels clean, the restaurants, you know, busting the tables, doing the dishes and that sort of thing. So they're the ones who are in need. But we had a pumpkin carving contest. We brought in Valley Fire, Valley Police, the Idaho State Police. We also brought in, like I say, the fire department. And we had a great day. Kids were running the sirens, and the fire department was only able to stay half the day because they actually had a situation to respond to and they never came back. But it still was a great day. And having that activity was really, really eye-opening to them. And they're actually taking this council and the presence of the Knights of Columbus very seriously. Even the administrator's husband, Milton, he went through the first degree. So it was great. We're actually going back up on the 13th. We're having another exemplification. We have 4 more men from Cascade. One of our permanent knights that lives up there, Steve Fallis, he's helping us get these men registered. And we have, we're hopefully to get 4 more through. And instead of having another work day, oh, this was one of our stars right here. She was the cutest. She melted all of our hearts. There was a picture actually with Dave where she was in her mom's arms, and she was waving, and then Dave waved, and all of us just kind of melted. So it really makes you feel the family spirit. Yeah, so it's very similar to that, except she was waving instead of just having it there. So it was a great day, and we're going to go back, and instead of doing another work day, we're actually going to have a social. We're going to follow it up with a potluck, the exemplification, and just kind of have a time to get together with the families, and it'll be a nice day. So that's kind of the report from McCall. A couple more things on the district that I wanted you to be aware of for the Grand Night is there is a fraternal benefit night coming up. Your council did win the Founders Award last year because of you attending the fraternal benefit night. But the first one will be on Wednesday, December 1st at 7 p.m. It'll be online, and I'll send out the links to you, and you may have received them already. But so you can go to the fraternal benefit night. The fraternal benefit night is not just for this council. It's for this whole parish. It's an opportunity as a recruiting opportunity. It just really showcases the Knights of Columbus when it comes to our insurance program. The insurance program is a way for us to reach beyond the borders of our state and to really show, because most of the money that's raised from the insurance actually goes out to make a difference, like with persecuted Christians and others throughout the world. So on the fraternal benefit night is an opportunity to showcase the Knights with your parish, families, and other people in the community that are Catholic. And just make sure that you fill out your form 11077 when you complete that. The next thing is, and your council, I did have 2 e-members. E-members can still sign up for free until through December 31st. It's kfc.org/join and use the code McGivney 2020. And any e-member can then sign up for a 1-year membership. And as an e-member, you are a member of the Knights of Columbus, but you're not a member of an active council. So if an e-member does come to the meeting, they don't have voting rights, but they do have full participation when it comes to making a difference in the community. And an e-member is a great way to onboard. When it comes to the Knights of Columbus, you receive a copy of the Columbia magazine. You also get onboarding emails that kind of talk about what's going on with the Knights of Columbus, not only in the state of Idaho, but throughout the world. So e-membership is definitely a way to go there. Your council in the past for the Grand Night has done a free throw championship. If you're going to do one of those this year, make sure you have your kit ordered. If you need some certificates or any of that, I do have some of that. So let me know and I can provide you some of that if you're going to do a free throw competition this year. And the last thing is the state has an incentive that if your council satisfies its requirements prior to December 31st, your council will be credited with $150. And then for every program director Grand Night, if you earn your Columbian Award through all of your activities, your 16 credits for your Columbian Award, then the Grand Night and the program director will each receive a $50 gift card to a restaurant of their choice. So that's all I have to report on the district, but I just thank you so much for being a host for not only my district, but the rest of the district. And the worthy state deputy definitely sends his thanks, his gratitude for how organized this parish is, and just the presence of how open you are to the priests and everything. So thank you again for that, Dave, and for putting on a good show with the, I shouldn't even say show. It was a degree ceremonial that was very edifying. So thank you for that. And we definitely prove to the rest of the state that this council is what I say that they are when it comes to the flagship for the rest of the state of how you should do things right. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Brother Corey. And yes, Brother Ken.
I'll make this real short here. Brothers, I'm a member of the ceremonial team here, but I'm also the state ceremonial lead. Because we were just talking about the ceremony, I have a question for the group in here. If if you have not seen the new ceremony, could you raise your hand, please? So for the grand night, maybe at a meeting or something like that, we could have a performance, if you will, so everybody sees what it is and here's what the new words are, because it has changed significantly. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Brother Ken. Yeah, I didn't know that there were perks to being a grand night at $50 dinner, huh? That's a bonus. So, moving on, I want to move on to past business. Brother Joe Cardona is unable to be here tonight, but he wanted to convey his thanks and gratitude for, everybody that was involved in the blood drive. He said every spot was filled and we had enough volunteers for the setup and takedown and for the whole event. We actually had to turn away, he said 10 to 11 people that were walk-ins, and he was very sad to do that, but it was a huge success. I don't know what the amounts were that we gave, but it is on the it's on the state newsletter, which will be mailed out. So please take a look at that if you get a chance. So with that, I want to move to other past business. Brother Dennis Kuntz, if you want to grab that mic and talk about the pancake breakfast.
Thank you, Brother Garland. First and foremost, I'd like to thank everybody that came out and helped us on Sunday with the volunteerism on the pancake breakfast. We had a total of 24 men that put in 101 volunteer hours go towards our total. We had a really good turnout, I thought, for the pancake breakfast. I was a little concerned because mass attendance obviously is down a little bit because of various factors. But we did serve 238 meals, and we brought in my glasses here to work here. I'm not used to wearing glasses to talk. We brought in $1,562. We had expenses of $372. We made $1,189 on this last pancake breakfast. Now it's a little bit, you got to take a little bit with a grain of salt, because a prior one that we had in July, we had to buy a lot of supplies that we didn't have. So there was quite a bit of carryover, because the last pancake breakfast we only made $550. So we didn't have to buy a lot of supplies. We're about out of supplies now, but if you put the two together, we made a net profit on both of them of $872 each. So that's still pretty good on that, from that perspective. And again, I want to thank everybody for their volunteering, coming and helping us. We were a little bit shy towards the end, but we had a lot of good people that did a lot of good work, and I'll let you know I do appreciate that. So the next pancake breakfast isn't until January. We do have cinnamon rolls coming up in November for the benefit of Corpus Christi House, and then in December again for the benefit of the Giving Tree. I'm not sure what they're calling it this year, but there will be some sign-up sheets that Brother Dave is going to put on the website, and
want me to address the retreat at the same time while I've got the microphone? We do have the retreat that's coming up that Brother Tom Sorge is helping with, but they've asked the Knights to help cook for that. I need 2 more additional guys to come in. We come in at 6 o'clock. We're out of here by 8 o'clock. We only cook breakfast. Tom does all the dishes after we leave. But seriously, it's a pretty quick thing. In at 6 and out, we just cook the breakfast up, pancakes, sausage, and eggs. And so I do need 2 more gentlemen if we could. And then, like I said, we need there'll be some sign up that we need for the cinnamon roll thing coming up in November. Any questions? Oh yeah, and I think Daryl might want to address that. There was a gentleman that they recruited, and I actually saw him on one of those photos up there. He came down and helped us with pancake breakfast. Drove all the way down from Cascade. And you know what's really cool about it is that I had put the flag up, or not the flag, but the banner up out there. You know, the shortest guy in the council is up there on a 14-foot ladder putting it up. So when I saw him, you know who took it down, don't you? And in that regards too, I'd like to see if I could get somebody maybe to volunteer when we have these pancake breakfasts to assist getting that banner up. We usually put it up the Sunday before that says pancake breakfast next Sunday, and then the pancake breakfast this Sunday. So if we get somebody to do that. Thank you for the grant.
Brother Dennis, if anybody would like to take over that, please contact Brother Dennis. Let him know or talk to him after the meeting. We'd appreciate it. And also check online. We need those 2 spots filled. If you can, do it online or talk to him after the meeting.
The gentleman that you were speaking of from Cascade, his name is Mike Rimkus.
Okay. Thank you, brother. All right. With that, is there any other unfinished business? Okay. With that, we're going to move on to new business. Worthy Financial Secretary, please bring your proposals to the council.
Okay, Worthy Grand Night, I have 2 proposals. The first one will be the distribution of our baby bottles. Let's see, Dave, do you have the graphic up there? So we have just a little over $13,000 that we collected through baby bottles, and we've come up with 7. We've come up with 7 charities. Most of these we supported in the past. Last June, when we did our catch-up donation for 2020, we included all of these except for number 7. And the amounts that the number 7 is the state ultrasound fund. And the reason we put that on there is we have 2 councils in the state of Idaho that are have completed their applications for a ultrasound machine, and they're in the process. It's been approved by Supreme, and they're going to be placing them in their communities, two machines. And so the state fund is like around $7,000, and so we'd like to contribute this to the state ultrasound fund to go towards specifically for these 2 ultrasound machines that are going to be placed. You know, as you know, they're very expensive, and Supreme covers half of the cost, but the councils and the state have to come up with the other half. So $7,000 isn't going to cover half of 2 ultrasound machines. So that's why I propose that we give the state fund the $2,625. As well as, well, you can see who's up there, Birthright, Lifeline of Nampa, Stanton, Path, that was the same amount we gave them last year. The Diaper Bank, we gave them $1,000 last year as well. And then Rachel's Vineyard, they didn't hold a retreat last year, but they are this year. They sent us a nice letter letting us know the dates. It's in November. I think it's coming up here like next week. So it's very, very soon. So anyhow, this is our proposal, and I'd like to make a motion to the council to approve the spending as shown.
Second. Do we need to discuss or no? Okay, is there any discussion?
Is there, if there's any other charities that would like to add to that list, is there a time or that's appropriate?
This is it. So we've, you usually bring it up in the officers meeting. We discussed it in the officers meeting and we're bringing it to council right now. So you kind of just missed it, but we do this every year.
Organization. It was a very cool like little work they have and they takes it to. But I just got the email today and I was going to bring this up and I just actually have to mention to them that for the next promise I want to bring that as a possible thing in the future, but I don't know if there's other funds that will be made available or if it's.
Let's look at that for next year. Give me the information and let us take a look at it, and we may add them in next year.
Thank you. Okay, with that, any other discussion? Okay, I propose we vote. All those in favor, aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. Motion is passed.
Okay, the second proposal that I have tonight is just one of a financial nature with having fish fries, pancake breakfast, buying the books for Advent, things like that. We were going to ask the council to allow us to have 2 more debit cards for our bank account. So currently we just have one. We kind of have to shuffle it around. Now we're going to propose that one, I would get a debit card and that the treasurer would, of course, hold one that would be the floating one. And then Dennis Kuntz is going to have the other one because he buys so much of our supplies for the pancake breakfast and cinnamon rolls. So that is our proposal. We'd like to add, with permission of the council, 2 more debit cards and then distribute it to Dennis and myself, and then Bruce will have the 3rd one. And so theoretically, I think we're thinking that Tom will probably get Bruce's card in the spring when he starts buying all the fish fry stuff, or whoever's in charge of fish fry. I'm not sure if Tom's going to do it this year, but he always has in the past. So that's kind of the idea. So that's my motion.
Motion seconded. Any discussion? Okay, with that, I move we vote. All those in favor? Aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. Motion is passed. All right, Brother Dave Ennebecker, would you like to bring your proposal to the council?
Really grand night. Thanks. What we have up here, you probably all can't see it, but what I'm working with here is my personal laptop that I bring every day from every meeting from home. And today I asked Brother Worthy Grand Knight Dave to bring his as well, because I need 2. I've got one camera here, and this has a microphone and it points up to the podium. And this is the one that shows everybody in the room. So you can see both of those up there. Last meeting, I had previously been using Brother Scott Holman's laptop. And last meeting, we were kind of surprised that he wasn't here. And so his laptop wasn't here. I had the bright idea of plugging the second camera or this podium camera into the PC that's in the closet here. And I think that one is probably about 105 years old in there. So we had a really bad video that we had streamed up to YouTube I put links to those videos out on the website, and you can go look at them. If you do look at the ones from last meeting, it's horrible. Anyway, what I'm getting around to is, and I should say, to give her credit, my wife mentioned, she's a lady knight. She said, if I have any voice, I vote that nobody should ever bring their own equipment to use at the meeting. So my proposal here is to request up to $500 to get a couple of fairly good refurbished laptops that we can always have here to use, and especially in case there's any reason why I can't be here, somebody else could, after being trained a little bit, could pull those out and use both of those, and all the cameras and the equipment would be here. So my proposal is that they wouldn't be expensive laptops, they wouldn't be new laptops, they would be certified refurbished ones, but they would be able to do the job of giving a fairly decent picture to the people who are out on the Zoom meeting, and anybody who cares to go and review those recorded meetings on YouTube. Need to be a motion, or?
Yeah, you could present the motion.
Okay, so I so move.
Motion seconded. Is there any discussion?
Dave, who has the cameras? Are those yours as well?
These are both purchased with funds from this council, so they belong to the council. I have them labeled that way.
I just figured if you need anything, I mean, $500 for 2 computers, for 2 laptops, if you can do that.
I think I can do that. We'll see. I'm pretty sure.
We'll see, but we won't go over that. If it's just one, then, you know, it's just one. So, any other discussion? With that, I move on. Go ahead.
Are other officers using their own personal laptop also? Especially like treasury and like, again.
So at home, for the question is, do other officers use their personal PCs or computers? The answer would be yes, but so does the council, but it's mostly for home use purposes. They're not for council events or meetings or anything like that that I'm aware of. Does that answer your question, Brett?
Where I was getting at is, do we need to buy more?
Oh, I don't know. Do we?
I don't think so. I use my own personal one for all the website editing that I do at home. So I don't do that at the meeting. I do that at home.
Okay.
So I believe, Brother Darrell will do his work on his at home. That's kind of the way it is. But this proposal was just for equipment to do the Zoom meetings and YouTube streams for the meetings, the assembly meeting and the council meeting.
There was another question that was brought up before this, and it was who would have possession of the laptops if we bought them. And I would say it would be either the webmaster or the Grand Knight, and they would pass it on as they step down, and a new webmaster or Grand Knight would stand up. They would take control of those and have them in their possession. Any other discussion?
That's very good. Have you looked at the prices? I mean, that seems a little low for 2 laptops. Maybe we should increase that to $600, $700, or $800. That seems just really low.
Yeah, our brother Dave Interbeckler has a pretty good connection. You want to go ahead and let him know what that is?
Well, at the moment, my grandson is a senior at the technical high school here in Meridian. They do internships in their senior year, and he's working for a company right now that does refurbish laptops and sell them for a profit. They have a nonprofit side and a for-profit side, and the company refurbishes laptops and makes them available to children who need them, either for free or for a very small price. And on the other side of the company sells refurbished, the ones that they refurbished. I think they sell them on eBay or something like that. Anyway, he told me my grandson, who am I talking about? My grandson is working for them, and I said, what do you think? How much do you think I could get a pretty good laptop for that you guys have refurbished? And I told him this is same story, same situation. Talked to him about how bad the video was on that one. And he said probably $100 to $200 at the most, he said. And I have some other sources as well that I looked at. I have this one right here. I purchased at a company, and I don't remember how long ago it was. I think it was about 8 years ago, and it's still going, and I bought it refurbished. So refurbished is always a hit and miss. But then again, we bought a brand new HP laptop for my granddaughter, and it lasted 2 months, and they wouldn't even replace it, so they had to refund it. So anyway, it's always a toss-up with technology. So as brother Dennis told me a minute ago, technology is always a toss-up. So anyway, that's the proposal. I think we can do it for under 500, going that kind of a route. This costs more than that, but I'm going by what my grandson says, and if it costs more, then we can discuss that. Thank you.
Any other discussion? Okay, then I move that we vote to up to $500 for 2 new laptops. Refurbished 2 refurbished laptops. All those in favor, aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay.
I got a question. Do we want one of them or 2?
We're trying to get 2.
Why don't we just spend the money and get 2?
Well, we could get 2 of them for under 500 right now.
We don't have to draw the line at $500. Why don't we just, there's a motion on the. Oh, we got a tape.
Yeah, it's been voted on
this meeting and one next meeting.
So we'll see where we're at.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll purchase these 2, and if there's a problem when something happens, we'll bring it up in the next meeting. With that, is there any no votes? Okay, with that, approve it. Motion is approved for 2 refurbished laptops. Okay. With that, I have another proposal. Brother Don Kennebeck in the back. He's going to need the mic.
Oh, thank you.
Let's make sure the green lights.
Okay, on Friday, November the 19th, the Council Catholic Women are having their annual fun night here in the gym, Lake Mingo. And they have a silent auction. People bid on baskets that they put together. So they've asked if we would be willing to donate something for a basket for that silent auction. And we've done that in the past, and we don't actually have to put the basket together ourselves. We could just donate money, and they would put it together for us and designate it as contributed by the Knights of Columbus. So I'd like to make a motion that we donate $150 towards making that basket for the Council of Catholic Women's Fun Night.
Second. Okay, motion and seconded. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? All right, with that, I move we vote for $150 gift basket to the CCW. All those in favor, aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. Motion is passed for $150.
Grant, I'd like to add one thing to this.
We just voted, so.
No, it's not. No, it's not that simple. It has to do with the Council of Catholic Women and that event, but they've asked for help in setting up the tables and chairs for the event. In the past, they actually rented the tables and chairs, and people would come in and set it all up. But this year, They're trying to save some money and just use the parish's tables and chairs. And they're gonna try and grab all the tables out of the classrooms and all that. So they're gonna do a setup Thursday morning after Mass, which approximately, I guess, 9:30. Asked if some knights could come and help with that on Thursday, the 18th.
Okay, do you plan on being there?
I will come.
Okay. So you'd be in trouble.
I'll die.
So if I could, if we could put something on the website, Brother Dave, maybe talk to Brother Dave, we could put it on the website under the volunteer. And maybe put your number with it on the volunteer sheet, and they could come and, you know, somewhere see him after the meeting.
Can I send you a note on
yeah, that's,
Monday or Tuesday? You can send out a
yeah, that's fine.
plastic note to remind me.
That'd be great.
Set up and take them.
You know what? I'm assuming that's going to be asked. I wasn't presented with that, but I would assume they would want people to help. Because you're gonna have to put all the tables back in the classrooms. All these tables away from the chair, just like after our fish fries and things like that.
Yeah, I think this
I would say probably yes.
I think this would be a great opportunity for Knights to help out another one of the ministries here in the parish. So please consider it, and either sign up online when you see it, or contact Brother Don, or talk to him at the meeting. Yeah, Brother Tom.
Dave, you might want to just get a show of hands and I'll give him an idea.
Okay. Show of hands, if anybody willing to help. Okay.
Let's give us the date. At 9:30. 9:30 Thursday morning, the 18th.
Which Thursday?
18th. The 18th.
That's 1A.
Right, good deal.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I have two more things to propose in new business. We're going to move on to officer elections, and we're going to start off with the worthy deputy grand knight position. We have one nomination currently, Brother Stephen Monty. Are there any other nominations for this position, deputy grand knight?
Get your gal at once.
Are there any other nominations for this position? Are there any other nominations for this position? Move to vote.
No.
We're
the grand knight. I stand and make a motion that we cease nominations for the position of deputy grand knight. We elect Stephen Monte by unanimous acclamation.
We call a vote now. Yes. Okay, all those in favor, aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay.
Technically, we needed a second, but sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. Motion is passed. Steve, welcome Steve Monty to the new position of deputy grand knight. All right, that was the big one. Now we have one more officer election. It'll be for the worthy recorder. We have.
No, just take it.
All right, we have one nominee, Brother James Pavlik. Brother James, want to stand up real quick?
Not early.
Okay. All right. Any other nominations for worthy recorder? Any other nominations for worthy recorder? Any other nominations for worthy recorder?
For the grand night, I
a stand to make a motion that we cease nominations for the position of recorder and that we elect James Pavlik by unanimous acclamation.
Need a second.
Seconded. All right, with that, all those in favor of James Pavlik being the worthy recorder? Aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay?
Just join.
All right, yes, welcome our new worthy recorder. All right, with that, we have an inside and outside guard position. We could film tonight if we have two brothers who want to step up to fill those positions. Is there anyone here? Okay, we have one nominee, Brother Wade Carlson. Brother Wade Carlson.
Which one?
Inside guard or outside guard?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you explain what those are? Can you explain what those are?
All right.
Can you explain what those are?
Okay, the inside guard would fill the position inside the room, and they will allow members to come in,
Check ID.
and check IDs and rosaries as you come in.
They help the warden set up the chambers. They also, if there's anything to be distributed from the grant night to the council, they would also be the gophers to kind of do that as well.
Okay, and they get worthy, and the worthy outside guard's position is to stand outside to make sure the doors are sealed.
In case there's a vote, otherwise the meeting is always open.
Okay.
So, but if there is a vote, then the chambers get sealed. And
Okay.
then you have the vote without people being in it that aren't members.
All right.
So like if you had an E-member, sorry, we're the grant night.
Nope.
I'm sorry. Here.
Mike again.
So the inside guard will be someone who would, both the inside and the outside guard, work with the warden that sets out the chambers. They also distribute things that are, at the request of the warden to go to the rest of the council. The inside guard would then also, yes, check the cards to make sure that that the members are there. Also, if you have E-members in place, then they don't get a vote if in case there's a vote. The outside guard would be there to also greet any of your dignitaries or anybody who's coming in to the council.
All right, with that, we're going to vote on the inside. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Does the outside guard have to stand outside?
No, he can.
Then I'll go ahead and volunteer. Can you volunteer at a second degree? Because I haven't been to the ceremony. Matter of fact, I haven't even been to Jerusalem, but I don't know if it's still gonna happen or not. So, but do you have to second?
If you come to the ceremony, if you come to the ceremonial on Thursday, the 18th, you can get to the third degree.
Okay.
And then for the next meeting, you could be the role of the outside guard. Yes.
Okay, so if he is the nominee, then we wait until next meeting.
No, he can be the nominee contingent that he's gonna go through the third degree. If he doesn't uphold his word, then we're gonna like throw him out in the mud.
But that's where the position is anyway.
And then each of the people that nominated themselves, each one requires a second.
Okay, all right. With that, the inside guard position, Brother Wade Carlson.
Second, got it. Okay.
Okay, any other nominations? Any other nominations? Any other nominations? With that, I propose we vote. Oh, I'm sorry.
Where the good night?
Yes. Sorry.
I stand and make motion that we cease nominations for the position of inside guard and elect Wade Carlson by unanimous acclamation.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Congratulations.
Second for him.
Now, moving on to the outside guard, Brother. Okay, sorry about that. Any other, oh, I'm sorry, I need a second.
Second, okay.
So motion seconded. Any other nominations? Any other nominations for outside guard? Any other nominations for outside guard?
Grant Knight, I make motion that we cease nominations for the position of outside guard and we'll elect my
Okay, all those in favor? Seconded. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Congratulate Brady Miller. Okay, good. I wasn't expecting that, but hey, great. All officers' positions are filled. Very good. Thank you, brothers. Okay, with that, we're going to move on to for the good of the order. And I would like to say prayers for our worthy treasurer, Bruce Honey, and his wife, Sue, who are sick with COVID right now. So that's the reason why they're not here. Any others for the good of the order? Brother Dennis.
For the good night, I'd like to petition again for my granddaughter. As you all know, been an interesting year. Came back, came to see us here. And she's not a Catholic. She's maintained that she's better.
That's good. Thank you, Brother Dennis. Brother Dave.
Worthy Grand Night. Along the same lines, my wife Laura is on Thursday had a lump removed from her breast that was cancerous. But I have to say that it was caught early and it was very small. So the prognosis is very good for her. So I would like to also remind everyone who has a lady or ladies in their life to have them have their periodic checkups as frequently as recommended. If it's caught early, it's going to be a better prognosis. Thank you.
For all those who are saying for the good of the order, please see Brother James afterwards. That's the names. So that we could post them to the minutes and then so that everybody has them in the minutes. So please do that after the meeting. Brother Robert?
My wife took surgery today. Nothing serious.
Thank you, Brother Robert. Brother Joe? Brother Joe.
Okay, I just asked.
The mic, I don't know where the mic's at.
I asked for your prayers, Brother Knights, for a dear neighbor, dear parishioner, name is Mary Birch. And her kidneys are failing so rapidly. She's very sad. She needs prayers. She needs your prayer. Thank you.
Brother Corbin.
I'd just like to pray on behalf of
Grab them.
Sean Burlau's friend as well, who
I was afraid this carries too much. Prayers on behalf of Brother Sean Burlau for their friend that passed away yesterday morning. Was a colleague of Sean's wife through the School Government Foundation. If we could pray for him, and also I'll depersonalize it for this one, but if we could pray for all struggling marriages right now. We live in kind of strange times, particularly ones where divorce has either been initiated or at least being contemplated. If we could keep them in our prayers as well.
Thank you, Brother Corbin. Brother Chuck, grab the mic.
Yeah, but keep my my niece in your prayers. She has stage 4 cancer, and she's going through treatments now.
Thank you, Brother Chuck. Brother Rich.
I'd like to be a deeper while who has teledharma. Yeah, she just has that for some years.
Thanks, Brother Rich. Brother Fred, in the back.
At my clinic that I work in, we've had some tragedy strike. Our charge nurse husband, who's about 45, has been diagnosed with colon cancer. And he has had a colostomy, undergone surgical debulking, and is currently undergoing chemo. He's a fine young man, and I ask for your prayers for him and for his wife and their son and other family members. Additionally, I think we're all aware about the Boise mall shooting. Another nurse I work with, he is the father of the security guard who was shot and killed. It's hit the news, so I guess I can say it was Joe Acker, and his father, Robert Acker, is a nurse in our clinic who I work with on a daily basis. Robert has taken the week off and has not yet been back to work, but our hearts are saddened with the loss of his son. And we ask for your prayers for Joe Acker's family as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Fred.
So for me, Worthy Grant Knight, I'd like to pray for a peer of mine within the Knights of Columbus. He's District Deputy number 7. His name is Jim Jensen. Jim struggled with pneumonia most of his life, and he actually succumbed to COVID pneumonia, passed away this past week. And Jim is the one who did a lot of our badges. He did a lot for, so anybody who ordered a badge recently, he and his team probably built that. He also had some connections with some of the chalices and the awards and certificates and all that. But Jim did pass away. And Jim served honorably as a district deputy for almost as long as I have. And he's been real integral in getting that portion of the state around Fruitland to pay it. Very active. So I would ask prayers for him and his wife, V, spelled V-E-A. And his funeral is going to be this coming Saturday, the 13th. Rosary is at 10 a.m. and Mass will be at 11. It'll be at the Fruitland Church, the Corpus Christi Church. So I'd ask prayers for Jim Jensen, District Deputy number 7.
Thank you, brother. Any other good of the order? All right. With that, closing prayer. Order kneel. Do the Lord's Prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen.
Amen.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. With that, I declare this meeting adjourned.